If you're vaguely interested in the EV nonsense at the moment, you cannot have failed to notice the screeching headlines from the mainstream media proclaiming that the holy grail of EVs has been discovered. Yes, finally we can charge an EV in the same time it takes to refuel a regular combustion car. The final hurdle to mass EV adoption has been overcome, and we can all disappear with our rainbows and unicorns into the net zero distance. Trouble is, the story is pure fantasy, and none of the stories mention why it is pure fantasy, probably because they don't have any science understanding beyond Year 3 physics. Those of you who have watched this channel for any length of time will know that I've coined the phrase charging conundrum to explain this particular problem. It's not something that combustion cars are prone to, but EVs will always suffer from it. If you want to charge an EV in 5 minutes, you will need 12 times the power it takes to charge it in an hour. Which is why this BYD announcement relies on having a charger that can deliver 1,000 kilowatts of power, or 1 full megawatt, for one car. Welcome back to MGUY, British engineer and lawyer, now Sydney-based YouTuber. If you enjoy this video, please drop a like and let me know what you think by leaving a comment. And if you want to keep informed about all the EV and net zero insanity that we're suffering at the moment, click that subscribe button down below and enable notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, you could buy me a coffee at the link in the description, or by scanning the QR code on screen. As I've said in previous videos, it's not easy for the layman or layperson to grasp just how much electricity is required to charge an EV. The kettle is probably one of the most power-hungry devices in your home. That and a 2-bar electric fire, and they both draw about 2 kilowatts. But some of these chargers are hundreds of times more power than that. A single Tesla supercharger stall might provide 350 kilowatts, or 175 kettles all going at the same time. But a 1 megawatt charger, we're talking 500 kettles on full power. A 1 megawatt transformer, or more correctly a 1 megavolt amp MVA transformer, is the size of a small garden shed. And that's just for one car. But sites like The Guardian don't know one end of a megawatt from the other, so they don't even mention this small point in their gushing article. Chinese EV maker BYD says fast charging system could be as quick as filling up a tank. BYD unveils platform with charging power of 1,000 kilowatts, which would be twice as fast as Tesla supercharging. The Chinese electric vehicle maker BYD has unveiled a new charging system that it said could make it possible for EVs to charge as quickly as it takes to refill with petrol. BYD's Hong Kong listed shares gained 4.1% on Tuesday to hit a record high of $408, as investors bet that the company could strengthen its already commanding position as one of the world's biggest electric car makers. 2 new BYD models will be capable of receiving peak charging power of 1,000 kilowatts, enabling them to travel 400 kilometers or 249 miles on a 5-minute charge. The BYD founder Wang Chuan-fu said at an event live-streamed from the company's Shenzhen headquarters on Monday. BYD was the world's second largest producer of battery electric vehicles in 2024, marginally behind Tesla. But the Chinese company also sells hundreds of thousands of plug-in hybrids that combine a battery with petrol engine. Wang, who is often described as China's answer to the Tesla boss Elon Musk, started the business as a battery maker in 1995 before starting car manufacturing in 2003. Charging speeds of 1,000 kilowatts or 1 megawatt will be twice as fast as Tesla's superchargers, which offer up to 500 kilowatts. Fast charging technology has been seen as key to increasing EV adoption. In a move aping Tesla, BYD also said it would install a network of 4,000 of its own flash charging stations across China to allow for the fast charging. The company did not specify the time frame nor say how much it would invest in building such facilities. To date, BYD owners have largely relied on other automakers' charging facilities or public charging run by third-party operators. In order to completely solve our users' charging anxiety, we have been pursuing a goal to make the charging time of electric vehicles as short as the refueling time of petrol vehicles, Wang said. This is the first time in the industry that the unit of megawatt has been achieved on charging power. Breathless as the reporting of EV stories always is, the reporter has no clue just how much electricity a megawatt really is. To them it's just numbers. But in the real world, a megawatt will power 500 homes quite easily. And providing this amount of power for even a few charging stalls will need a frighteningly expensive connection to the grid. And that's ignoring the demand charges that the grid will impose on these massive power draws. If you think public fast charging is expensive right now, you ain't seen nothing yet. While this kind of flashy demonstration works in simple conditions, scaling it up is virtually impossible. Whilst there may be a few lucky owners that might be able to charge quickly, the vast majority won't. And in all seriousness, what do you think the likelihood of a 1 megawatt charger being able to deliver that when you need it? I would say square root of bugger all. And how much would it cost? The charging station has to get the juice from somewhere, and the grid will make you pay through the nose for it. And we haven't even touched on the enormous levels of battery degradation that would result from such rapid, high-power charging. On the one hand, EV makers are cautioning owners to only fast charge when absolutely necessary, and on the other, they're claiming they can charge in 5 minutes. Make your mind up. So as with all net zero stories, it's all hype which feeds the ignorant masses, but with little basis in fact. Headlines that grab the attention, but scratch the surface and it's all smoke and mirrors, if you'll excuse the mixed metaphors. Unfortunately, the charging conundrum is based in solid physics, and unfortunately for BYD, there is no getting around that.